And you're looking live at North Farmington High School, where tonight the Holiday Extravaganza, hosted right here by the Raiders of North Farmington. It's Orchard Lake St. Mary's in Canton. This is game number 4 on the day. It's our first game. We're glad to be here. My name is Chad Bush with Lakita Gans. Thanks for coming back and hanging out, Lakita.
Thank you for inviting me. I had such a wonderful time last time.
We're back for more fun. This is one of 2 games we'll have tonight.
Yes.
2 games tomorrow, and we'll keep with the theme on Wednesday as well.
Nice.
As 2 games tonight. Happy holidays, everybody. Glad you're with us here on the PreP. We're here to elevate the game. We're glad you're with us and our partners at NFHS. So let's talk about this matchup. Canton comes in 0-2 under Jimmy Reddy, a very respectable 13th-year head coach, has done great things there. They're 0-2, but hey, look, they have played some tough competition,
yes,
including
they have.
Hamtramck.
They play Hamtramck.
And Warren De La Salle, 2 teams that are both in our top 5 in the PreP top 11. What are your thoughts on this Canton Ball Club?
As a person who watched them personally play, I want to say that, first of all, they're tough as nails. They have 3 guys that are considered, I would say, you know, each team has a big 3. They have a big 3. And those guys, they work very hard. They're guard and they're 2 forwards. They work to make this Canton team, you know, go and roar. You know, I like it. I want to say that they went down to the wire and actually went into overtime with Hamtramck and only lost by 2.
That's right.
So that means that they are really competitive and they're also well coached. That was one of the things that I saw from Coach Reddy. He was really, really good with the guys. Coach
Reddy had them ready. Close loss to Hamtramck.
Yes.
And then back-to-back nights, they played on the 13th and 14th of December. Look, they got blown out by De La Salle. No shame in that. A lot of teams are going to blow De La Salle out. Canton was a little bit light on that night, and going back-to-back with the big boys.
Going back-to-back was tough because I'm going to tell you right now, playing against Hamtramck, you're going to have to be – you're pressured the whole game. So not only did they get pressured for 4 quarters, they got pressured for 5. Okay, and then going into that, trying to play De La Salle, the top 2-3 team in the state. That was tough for them. So I'm not surprised about the numbers, but I'm sure they gave it a fight. Had it been a break in between, maybe they would have had a better chance and better competition.
They're up against it again, and Coach Jimmy Reddy is going to continue to schedule tough teams. You've got to respect that about them. Tonight they're up against the #1 team in the state, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. The Eaglets come in 3-0. They're feeling good about themselves. A huge road win at Clarkston. Who wins at Clarkston? Not many. St. Mary's did it their last time out, an 8-point win on the road up there in Fifeville. A big win for this program, and a program that is, yes, highly touted, yes, high expectations, Keita, but a lot of these key pieces are playing together for the first time.
And they are, and what I'm looking for is the gelling part, right? Ever since Lauren Bowman, this team has been ranked top 2-3 in the state. Unfortunately, his senior year, COVID cut it short when that really was supposed to be their championship year. Last year, they came up short, and that quarterfinal game against Grand Blanc, I knew the winner of that game would be the state champ, and that's what happened. So they are still competitive because they have, guess what, a 4-year starter, point guard, leader, wonderful kid, and he can help them gel faster.
Yep.
Kareem Rozier.
Yeah, he's a big-time player.
Duquesne commit, so Duquesne's getting a great kid, and I think that he's the motor that can help them do anything they want to do because they have the talent. Another team that we're looking at with multiple Division I players.
Yep. Multiple Division I players, and you're right. It starts with Kareem Rozier. He was big in the win against Clarkston final couple minutes. 8 for 8 from the free throw line to seal the deal.
Yes.
A guy that's been in some wars. He's been in wars since he was a freshman.
And my son has been in wars with him throughout summer, fall league.
Yeah,
you know, this fall league we played them twice, and both times down to the wire. Both overtime games, and guess who helped them win the game?
Yeah.
Kareem Rozier.
No doubt. The kid's a proven winner. 5'9" guard committed to Duquesne. He'll be helped out. Jack Crichton, Javon Hanna, a Mr. Basketball candidate and a Western Michigan commit. Trey McKinney, who leads this team in scoring and rebounding. He's a freshman. We haven't even talked about him yet.
We're back to those freshmen.
Back to the freshmen. And then Bart Kapusa will make a start, the 6'9" kid out of Poland. And making an appearance for the first time tonight, the Eaglets welcome back D.C. Temple, who was out for a long time with shoulder rehabilitation.
Okay.
He's back tonight. He'll come off the bench for Todd Colbert. that's a nice lift at 6'6" and a seasoned forward for your ball club.
Exactly, and he's very aggressive. He pounds the boards, and he gets up and down like a big man should and takes care of his business. So that's a good thing and a good addition to what they already have, especially the veteran leadership part.
We'll talk to Todd Covert about his club and much, much more. We're just getting ready on Full Court Prep. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Canton, the Chiefs and the Eaglets getting ready to go at it. Glad you're with us. Holiday extravaganza extraordinaire here on the Prep. Welcome back to the Holiday Extravaganza. Head coach Todd Covert from Orchard Lake St. Mary's is with me as we get set for St. Mary's in Canton. St. Mary's 3-0, number 1 in our top 11 poll. You're coming off a win against Clarkston on the road. Not a lot of teams win up there. You did. You must be proud of the effort up there.
Yeah, no, it was a great win. Anytime you can go to Clarkston and pull off a W, I thought our staff did a great job getting us ready. We had a few key things we had to take away against them, and we were, I think, in condition. You got to be in condition to play them because they're just going to run for 32 minutes. And I thought towards the end of the game we were able to match their intensity.
And the guy that gets you out and running, Kareem Rozier, had a fine game. The captain, the leader, continues to get you in the scoring columns, but he also defends. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, is he getting guys in the right spot?
Yeah. I thought we got into a little bit more isolation basketball against Clarkston than we really like to. But kind of had the hot hand and was able to go at a couple matchups. So, but he's just, I'm sad just thinking about not having that kid. He's been around for so long, and he's such a great human being, and his family is such a pleasure to be around. It's in today's world. It keeps you going.
No doubt. He's helped in the backcourt with a guy by the name of Jack Crichton, who may not get all the headlines as some of the other guys, but he's back there. He leads you, and he's a big part of things as well, especially in the defensive end.
Yeah, we're not the team we are without Jack Crichton. He is a leader. In practice, he's winning about every sprint. He's taking the right shot, and he's so tough. I mean, that kid is tough. He played last year against, I think it was Grand Blanc. I mean, he just blew out his ankle 2 days before, and there was not one person in our community that thought he was going to play. He's a quiet kid, but he's tough, and he is as good a defender as there is around. Just because he's so smart, and he plays so hard, and he's tough. So you have those smarts, toughness, and effort. That's going to take you a ways.
It's a big part of the 3-0 St. Mary's Eaglets ball club. You'll take on a tough team in Canton tonight, a team that not a lot of history with Canton, a couple of games before the Covert era began. Talk about Canton, what you know about them, and what Eaglet fans should be concerned about.
Yeah, no, we've seen them play a couple times. They played De La Salle, and they took a great Hamtramck team to overtime. They got a great player in number 0, and he's a different type of player that we normally see. He's just a strong driver and likes the mid range almost more than the 3, and he's tough to guard. And they do a great job. They move and play really positionless basketball, and they're going to present some challenges for us.
Good luck tonight against Canton. Thanks for your time. We'll catch up with you soon, and all the best.
All right. Have a good holiday.
All right, you too. That's Todd Covert, head coach, Orchard Lake St. Mary's. His Eaglets getting ready to take on the Canton Chiefs at the top of the hour. We're back with a pregame show right after this.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Chad Bush and Lakita Gantz with you from North Farmington High School. It's the holiday extravaganza here on the PreP. And look, this day has just begun. This tournament has just begun. Walled Lake Central and Jalen Rose Academy tipped it off at 2 o'clock. Walled Lake Northern and Saline followed up suit.
Nice.
And then Southfield and Ann Arbor Huron, that did not happen. I think Southfield was.
No, they just played.
Did they just play?
Yeah,
Okay.
they just played.
Okay, my
they
bad.
lost 58-51, I think.
Okay.
Ann Arbor Huron won that game.
Gotcha. So Huron won.
Yeah, they are pretty. They're well coached, so they'll always have a pretty good team.
Well, they made it last year to the finals.
Yeah, they did, and they had a really, really good. So they've had a really good team the last 3 years there because they have 4 seniors, and I think starting, to move into other young people in the program, he's still going to do a really good job because he can coach very well. I don't know how far they'll go this year, but I will tell you they're on my list to at least advance to the quarterfinals.
Well, we're going to have them on these very airwaves on Wednesday.
Yes.
At 7 o'clock, we'll have the broadcast for you, Ann Arbor Huron and Detroit King.
And that will be tough.
That will be tough. And then also, after this one, and this is Canton and Orchard Lake St. Mary's, we will have North Farmington, the host school, against Williamston.
Who's
made the trip down.
They have a big 3.
They do.
They're also ranked in the top 15 in the state. And they also have 3 Division I basketball players on the floor.
Yeah, and they
all
compete out of
already.
Division II.
Yes, they are. So I'm looking forward to the next game. I get to see some people I don't normally see, so I'm excited about that.
We're excited as well. Davison and Depsa tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. De La Salle and Detroit Western at 8:30. Detroit Western subs in for Belleville, who is out. And then, as we mentioned, Huron and King at 7 o'clock on Wednesday here on the PreP. And then it all closes out with the Catholic League zone. Detroit Loyola, the mini powerhouse, the Bulldogs, against North Farmington and this tournament. Let's meet the starters tonight for what we'll consider the road team, the Canton Chiefs. And this is how the Chiefs will roll things out under 13th-year head coach Jimmy Reddy, and a guy that is really scheduled tough in that non-league schedule. And Canton, of course, comes out of the KLAA. Starters for Canton now, starting at the point guard spot, Lake McIntosh.
Luke, his name is Luke.
I'm sorry,
gave us
Luke.
a misspell.
Okay.
Luke McIntosh.
Luke McIntosh. At the other guard spot is Caleb Williams, a sophomore combo guard, also plays football. Cole Vickers is the third guard / forward. He's committed to Ferris State. He's their best player.
Yes, he is.
Larry Bird-like craftiness, as Todd Covert described him, scores in many ways, inside, outside, and he can shoot that ball. Lakita likes his game. Jaden Williams is one of the forwards, 6'4", and the brother of Caleb, who is the shooting guard, and a guy that started 8 games a year ago. Dante Favor is the big boy in the middle, 6'8" and slim, inside, outside, stretch 4-5 type guy. You got to watch him. And coming off that bench is Tar Quinto and Suleiman at 6'7". That's the starting 5 for the Canton Chiefs. Will now make the starters for the #1 ranked Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets, led by 7th-year head coach Todd Covert. And the Eaglets come in with a lot of punch and power, and it starts at that point guard spot with Kareem Rozier, the point guard, the senior. And I know somebody you like quite a bit and can't say enough about.
Yeah, watching him since he was 8 years old, it's been a blessing to see him progress. I wasn't surprised, though.
Yep. And he leads a talented crew. Jack Crichton, who's committed to Michigan, is at the shooting guard spot, a defensive shutdown guy, and a guy that chased Steineman of Clarkston around the gym all night. Todd Covert raved of his defensive guru-ness. Javon Hanna is a Mr. Basketball candidate, and he is committed to Western Michigan. He came over from Ypsilanti Prep, which closed in the offseason, the Bates Academy.
Yeah.
A guy that's still looking to gel with these guys on the court, but off the court, it couldn't be a better marriage. Javon Hanna is a wonderful teammate, and he's a big part of St. Mary's early season success. Trey McKinney is a freshman, and he's the leading scorer and rebounder on this team. just barely 15 years old, 2 hours working out Christmas Day. This is a kid that's a gym rat and ultra-talented, 7 high major offers. Bart Kapusa is the starting center, and he will take the jump. And that's the starting 5 for Todd Coverts-led Orchard Lake St. Mary's Eaglets, assisted by Associate Head Coach Len Karshnia, Brad Crichton, and Marcus Webster. Student managers Amari Allison and Justin Sigler. We are set to jump it up, and the tip is won by Canton. And here come the Chiefs, left to right, with their best player, Cole Vickers.
He's really big guard.
McIntosh topside to Vickers. Off the bounce against Crichton. Man-to-man for St. Mary's.
Nice
mid-post jumper, rims off. And here come the Eaglets with their first offensive set. You got to stop ball with Javon Hanna.
That was a great wall up.
Sure was. Here comes Caleb
by Dante
Williams.
Favors.
He's a big boy there, 6'8" in the middle. We'll see how the matchups go. Down low, bounce pass thrown away. Glad you're with us. And our game, first game for us, but it's game 4 of the day, Keita.
It is.
This wonderful tournament, the Holiday Extravaganza, hosted by Mr. Todd Negocian in North Farmington.
Yes, this is the second or third one that I've been to. I know my son played in it. Nice three-point shot by Rozier.
No surprise that Rozier gets the Eaglets started with a tri-lighter from the right wing. 3-0 St. Mary's.
Yeah, so the first time I actually came to this event was 2019. My son played Orchard Lake St. Mary's as a sophomore. One of the first biggest, starts that he had. And it was a tough lesson out there with those talented Eaglets.
Well, it's a good challenge for everyone. And now he's giving challenges and headaches to everyone else.
He is. He's trying.
Mid-post jumper off the mark, no
nice
good. That's
rebound.
from Luke McIntosh, 5'9" senior. Quick guy off the guard. And there's a shot that's distracted or blocked down there. Did he get a piece on that?
Yeah, he had to. Trey McKinney doesn't just miss layups.
That's Dante Favor. Fadeaway banker mid-post, and that's what we heard about. Cole Vickers, take a note. He's headed to Ferris State to play for the Bulldogs. Hanna wills his way to the lane and throws it away out of bounds.
Ferris State is getting a good player, a really good player, and one that will continue to help them with the success that they're already having.
Andy Bronkema, the head coach for Ferris State, doing a great thing. And we get a whistle and a foul on Orchard Lake St. Mary's. They'll get Kareem Rozier. Your officials tonight, Minka Milton along with Shane Smith and Brian Smith. And Dan Young is on standby if anybody pulls a hammy. You like that?
Yeah, I like that because Dan Young is going to be like, I had to do what tonight? Dan Young is a graduate of Canton and also was a longtime coach over at Canton.
Okay.
Now he's the president of BCAM.
Rise and fire 3, that's Lake McIntosh.
Luke.
Is it Luke? I've seen Lake a few times.
Yeah, I saw Luke too.
I don't know.
Whatever happened, he can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Mr. McIntosh. How about that? We'll call you Mr. McIntosh
Big
tonight.
Mac.
Yeah, I like it, Big Mac.
All right, well, we've settled on something early. Right now it's 5-all as Trey McKinney goes line left for St. Mary's. This is their top scorer and rebounder, just a freshman. And as some have said, maybe the highest-ranked player in the state of Michigan as a freshman since Chris Webber.
Yeah.
Kapusa back out to Crichton for 3, and that rims in. That's a live and right roll for the Michigan commit, Jack Crichton. And the Eaglets have a couple of triples and a 3-point lead, 8-5 with 5.5 to go. Hanna with tight defense on Williams. That's one of 2 Williams brothers. That's the sophomore.
There's a steal.
Kapusa with a steal. Kareem on the run.
They're going to call an offensive foul right there.
Yep, standing in.
Slightly through that shoulder.
Big Mac stood in, took a charge. That's number 2 on Kareem, and they will have to check in the freshman Sherrod Barnes. I say it as though it's a punishment. It's really not. He's one of the better freshmen in the state.
Yes, he is.
Behind Trey McKinney, highly touted, already offered by Eastern Michigan. Eaglets by 3, 5:14 to go. He is a defensive guru, Sherrod Barnes, and he is a headache. An advanced plus defender. Canton hanging so far against the #1 ranked team.
Javon works really hard to get around that seal, and he actually gets a tip, and they steal the ball.
He's the reason for it. He'll get it back.
Now
Dead spot
knock
left.
down the 3.
Got it. They're going to call it a long 2. Foot was on the line.
Nice.
We'll take another look at that. So are the officials.
That was quick.
It's a timeout for Jimmy Reddy, and we'll take it with him. We're back in a moment. Eaglets doubling up the Canton Chiefs at the moment. We're back to North Farmington in just a moment. This is the Prep.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! A St. Mary's 5-0 run forces Jimmy Reddy into a timeout. Your thoughts on the first several minutes here?
I think that one, Kareem Rozier has to stay out of foul trouble so early. That is definitely something that he has to do and know as a senior, that you can't do that. You need to be on the floor at all times. But I think that, yeah, it's 10-5, but it's actually pretty close.
Yep.
And I don't think that it'll be what Orchard Lake probably hoped for in terms of just somebody that can come out and, you know, not play their best. So they have to play their best. And
Javon Hanna rejected at the rim by Favor. That's the second block already for Favor. The official called a foul, but Canton thinks otherwise.
One thing I love about watching Orchard Lake is that they attack the basket with such fierce. And that's one of the things that you don't normally see out of high school teams, the way they attack the basket. And that gets you a lot of foul shots, but guess what? You have to make them.
That's right. You got to make them. Javon Hanna misses the first. Reddy goes to his bench. He checks Caleb Williams out. He'll check in his 6th or 7th man, the shooter Ryan Tarquinto. One more for Javon Hanna. St. Mary's by 5, 4:20 left in the first. Misses a both. Kapusa gets the offensive rebound for the second straight miss.
I was thinking that.
But he got busted for the push. And foul trouble early. Todd Covert in his 7th year leading St. Mary's, but trying to finish the deal. Lakita talked about it in the pregame. Hey, the outstanding record, 37 or 38 in 4 of the last 3 years. But that state title's missing, and that's something the Eaglets are after.
They are.
Breaking the press is Big Mac. He's cut off right wing, pull-up jumper.
Nice
Got it.
Jumper from Mac.
Against Sherrod, too.
McIntosh for 2.
Draped all over him.
I like the stop and pop.
Look confident.
And he's tough. I'm telling you, this Canton team is really tough. I mean, I watched them go to battle with our guys, and I appreciate that.
Trey McKinney appreciates a 16-footer, and he's on the board. St. Mary's leading scorer has his first point. St. Mary's back up by 5 with 3.5 left. This is Cole Vickers against Jack Crichton. Old school moves, as coach says, and we see one there, and he delivers. A banker that's up and good. His second time he's hit the bank as Sherrod Barnes gets hit with an offensive foul.
Wow.
And Canton.
Another going to the basket, but this time another offensive foul. So that means that Canton has actually watched some film, and they've been told to hold your ground because they will do what? Be aggressive and maybe run you over if you get in there and stop and just stand there. So it's 2 offensive fouls on Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Well scouted. Across the timeline. McIntosh working against Sherrod Barnes, trying to find Vickers on the wing. Left wing 3 by the slinger. That's no good. Kapusa with his 3rd rebound.
Great
He's
rebound.
on the run.
I love forwards that can rebound and push the ball, and then that happens.
How about
Easy
freshmen
basket.
that can hit mid-post jumpers?
And that's even better.
Like layups. Barnes with his first bucket. And St. Mary's has had 4 different players score in this game. 3-ball right wing. Back-to-back misses from downtown, and now St. Mary's with a 5-point lead on the run.
Long miss and a long rebound, and you get the freshman who misses the 3.
Little heat check from Trey. Offers from Illinois, Texas, and others. There's a fine defensive play by St. Mary's defensive stopper, Jack Crichton, a senior. Does more than play defense, but he is their leader defensively. Lost a lot last year with Roper, who's now at Northwestern.
Yes.
Peter Nwoke, who's at Michigan State as a preferred walk-on. Will Smythe, who's at Loyola, Chicago. And, you know, cupboard wasn't bare, but a lot of new pieces. McKinney gets it back. Pull up again, mid-post.
That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot. And he almost made it.
And a tough miss.
Yeah.
After the tough shot.
He actually shot that ball over a very long hand and was almost fouled.
To the rack, left hand lay-in, Trey taking
nice
it.
Post move in the paint, showing you he can do everything.
Does it all. Well-rounded player, just a freshman. Vickers with his team down 7, their largest deficit, and Kapusa with a near steal. He's not just a big body, he's an active big body.
Tell me about it. Man, my son had to check him.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Very active. Can
Was this
guard
in the preseason?
This was in the fall league over at Tyndall, which
he's
is
solid,
very,
isn't he?
Yes, he's very solid. My son had to use his big man muscles for him.
Big man muscles, and that's an old man move.
That was nice, Vickers.
Cole Vickers.
Up and under, in between, split the defenders.
My goodness, some fancy footwork. Keeping Canton alive. They're down by just 5.
Yeah.
Sherrod to the rack. Kick out. Crichton left wing 3 on the way. No. And here comes Canton with some momentum. After a stop. Pull up, Jay. No.
Creighton needed to square his body up a little better. He was off balance when he shot that shot.
McKinney in the paint, fadeaway, free throw line jumper.
You're not doing that on Favors. He's 7-foot wingspan, believe me.
No
Vickers,
doubt.
and gets the foul.
Got McKinney up in the air. I believe that's Trey's second. Daniel Smythe about to check in.
It's a very smart Canton team.
With 52.9 seconds left. Yeah, very heady and using their footwork and their skills. Look, St. Mary's more athletic, there's no doubt. But Favors has some size, and this Canton team's finding a way to stick around.
Yeah, because IQ tells you they're coming. Pump fake.
That's right.
That's what he did.
St. Mary's is 3-0. They have an opening night win over Stevenson that we covered here on the prep. They knocked off Grosse Pointe South by nearly 30 as Smythe checks in, and so does DC Temple for the first time in 2021.
DC Temple.
And then the Eaglets bagged a win against Clarkston on the road back on the 16th of December. First free throw no good for Vickers. This team down 5 and a minute left.
He makes the second one. Got to make free throws out here, young people. Free throws are very important. That's something that you can practice all day, every day by yourself.
Yeah.
And it's points that you can guarantee.
That's right.
So as much as, you know, someone may say work on everything else, free throws are even as important.
Big time. Top side, DC Temple back to Andrew Smith, who's checked in, along with Daniel Smythe, who's covered up by Favors.
This group is moving a lot.
Yeah, they are. Good ball movement. Pull up, McKinney, free
And
throw line
one.
jumper, counted in the foul.
I like that. I like Trey out here looking like a big guard.
Trey with a big boy move, and he feels comfortable in that mid-post area, doesn't he, Lakita?
He does, whether it's a turnaround or a sweep through. He definitely feels comfortable working on that in this game.
Jackson Wazalewski checks in. Sherrod Barnes will check out. A late save the foul for Todd Covert. One more for Trey McKinney, the freshman. Six-point lead for St. Mary's. It's been as big as 7, but it's shrunk down to as small as about 5 in the last 6 minutes. Canton hanging around. Cole Vickers with it. There is a shot clock, by the way, that is going to be active for this game.
Yes, so if anyone hasn't explained it.
Vickers right wing, and Trey McKinney slapped it off his thigh.
Nice.
Out of bounds. St. Mary's will get one more crack with 3.7 seconds left. Shot clock is dark. Hannah checks in, McKinney checks out. Here we go. Temple into Hannah. Pull up J, jumper no, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end.
Down only 6. That's a good gap to keep on being competitive and playing with. So I'm happy it's a competitive game.
Fun game ahead. Just a quarter out of the way. A lot to go. And the extravaganza of the holiday right here at North Farmington High School. Glad you're with us. Eaglets by 6 as we head to the second.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Want to tell you about our friends at Work 365, headed by James Gonzalez. Look, if you're looking to get in training and looking to get with the best, you want to get with these guys. It's to help athletes dominate their sport. And with top training and coaching in athleticism, nutrition, and mental toughness, Work 365 fitness professional at sports training, and it quickly fills the gap in between where you are at and where you're destined to be. Greatness is within you. Work 365. Check them out. 248-875-3188. We appreciate it very much. Back to the action. Second quarter. Lakita Gans and Chad Bush. And the point guard getting busy on the run. And McIntosh with a finish. And don't go anywhere. Canton's within 4, Lakita.
Yes. I like that they come out, run a play, and he gets a bucket. And that is the second or third time that Hannah has driven in there and fallen on the floor because someone's blocked a shot.
He's had a rough night.
Well, when you're playing against this defense, there's some more defense.
Sherrod
and the freshman
Barnes
lays it up.
That's the defense translating to offense, Lakita, just like that. And
Yeah.
St. Mary's gets some points with their freshmen.
That is how St. Mary's has scored a few times in the first quarter, so it's not unusual that they're back at it. Like you said, he's a defensive specialist. He's thinking defense first, and automatically defense turns into what? Offense.
Right into offense, that's right. Cole Vickers on the wing. He's been the story so far for Canton. This is Jaden Williams on the wing at 6'4".
Nice
back
jumper.
to Vickers
Nice
for
jumper.
3, and he got it. That's a 17 points now, and he cuts it to 3, Lakita.
Just like that. We know how easy you can cut a lead down, don't we, after that Renaissance game last week.
Pull-up jumper no good from Barnes.
McIntosh gets that rebound. He's pushing like a point guard. And look at that. Oh, he had an easy backdoor. DC ended up having to foul because he wasn't paying attention. DC Temple goes out of the game.
Todd Covert saying before the game that he just wanted to get him a little bit of work and get him ready, but slowly into game action. He's been back in conditioning now just for about a week. Canton is a 3-pointer away from tying this thing up.
They are.
Caleb Williams with it, working against Smythe on the left wing.
Nice pull-up, illegal screen.
That one's going back the other way. And so St. Mary's by 3, 20-17. Kareem Rozier's back in. He has 2 fouls. That is a storyline in this game.
Yes. So I think they're going to a 3-2. I'm not sure if it's going to be a matchup or a 3-2 straight zone. Looks like a 3-2 matchup. And they leave Hannah open, and they shouldn't do that.
Left him open, and he knocks it home from Novi.
He is the only, and he's the #1 shooting guard in the state. The only person in front of my son. But graciously, we give him that, and they shouldn't have gone to the zone so early because he can hit that open shot from so deep.
Kareem with a big boy rebound. Hannah on the run.
Oh, he tries
He'll
to
lose
make
it
a play.
again. Giovanna's had a tough time with the handle tonight. And as Todd Covert said, he's still trying to fit in with his team and maybe not 100% comfortable on the court, certainly off the court with his teammates and enjoys it. Has fit in like an old shoe, but
everything takes time.
Yep. Williams for three. That's Jaden Williams off the mark. And here comes Kareem and St. Mary's, looking to take their biggest lead. Kareem, jumper. Long and knocked off the leg of Vickers. And that was Bart
tough.
Kapusa, who's had sticky fingers tonight.
Yeah, that was tough. We get a timeout here.
We take a timeout. We want to tell you about our friends at the Horatio Williams Foundation, and Lakita, we appreciate you and this relationship and bringing it to the prep, and tell the folks all about the Horatio Williams Foundation. I know they have tournaments that they are a part of in high school basketball and so many more things.
Yes, so many more things. The 14th annual Martin Luther King Classic is Saturday, January the 15th, 2022 at Ferndale High School. The schedule of games always focus on great competition and the opportunity for student athletes to showcase their skills in front of the community, college coaches, and scouts. The MLK Classic is one of two basketball classics put on by the foundation to raise funds for scholarships and programs like the free ACT, SAT prep classes that are offered in the fall. Just 3 weeks ago, Horatio had his tip-off classic here at North Farmington for the second time.
I thought they had something going. Okay.
He has the tip-off that usually starts the season, and then he also has the MLK Classic, which is this January 15th coming up. Well, the foundation offers much more, but we'll talk about that as the night goes on if we can. It was started the foundation was started back in 2005 by Horatio. Of course, it's named after him. And it's a long story behind why he wants to always give people and children especially a second chance.
And I want to hear more about it. We're happy that he's on as a partner and a sponsor with us here at the Prep and sponsoring this tournament.
And there are going to be some good games that Saturday, so
folks should get out there and check all those games out.
Yes.
And it's not only just outstanding competition, but it's for a good cause. The Horatio Williams Foundation. Hammer down the avenue, no.
That's what I like. I like that. Like, I like, even though things aren't going his way, he's still attacking the basket and he's still trying to make something happen. That is being a senior, having great confidence, and understanding how to get to the line. How about that? I may not score this,
that's right,
but I'm going to get to the line on this one.
And he's also going to force Canton's best player to draw the foul, which is big.
Yes.
Free throw up and good for Javon Hanna, who came over from the Bates Academy, which closed last year.
Yeah, he was previously at Madison Heights before that, where he actually scored 63 points in a high school game.
Roseville, yes? Roseville, I believe.
No, he was at Madison. Madison Heights, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Madison Heights, the red school. And then he went to Bates, another red school. And now he's at St. Mary's,
I love it, the red school. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
25-17, 8-point lead for St. Mary's. This is their largest with 4.5 left until the break.
Oh, good defense, but good. Nice, and he lays it up. That's favors for Canton, cutting that lead to 6.
Inside out guy.
I really like him. Like, he's really long, super athletic.
He is.
I'll go back to talking about the prototype.
Yeah.
He's definitely the Division I prototype for a small forward.
Yeah. Another block for Canton. Williams this time.
Yes. What year is Favors? Is he junior?
He's a junior.
So he has time to develop a jump shot.
Yeah.
And that would be very special to add to his game.
Yeah, and he is a guy that can hit it from about 15, and they'd love to see that game continue. Can you imagine a guy that's that springy?
Oh, my goodness. He's so long.
Yes, he is. Vickers with some space.
Oh,
mid-post jumper.
I like Vickers, man.
He bangs in another one.
Listen, I didn't know anything about him when we played, or Hamtramck played them. And they put on a show, and they showed us, like, we are a good team, and we're here to compete. And they're going to show the Eaglets the same thing tonight.
That's right.
Look at that defense.
Pass for Crichton down to Sherrod, and another block. Kapusa back to the corner for 3. Splash City for Javon.
That hurts you.
So many cracks after the defensive stops, and St. Mary's will make you pay. They're up a touchdown at North Farmington.
got to get the defensive rebound.
Yep.
It has to be 1 and out. You can't give teams second chances to score on you.
Sherrod Barnes commits the foul against McIntosh. McIntosh at 5'9".
I love it. The foul call is 5 to 7. I think it's pretty fair.
Eaglet faithful.
Yes.
Get nervous. Hey, it's a sign of respect for Canton.
It is.
3:23 until halftime. Big free throw here for the little big fella, Blake McIntosh.
Yes.
The Big Mac. Number 2 scorer from last year's team. A guy that averaged 14 points a game. 3-year varsity guy, Bulldog. Very good on the ball defender, a bit underrated in that part. And he's tough to defend himself. Free throws are big there. 28-23 now with 3:20 left till the break. My name is Chad Bush alongside Lakita Gans for number 1 Orchard Lake St. Mary's against Canton High School. Javon spins his way. Back out to Kapusa for 3, no. And the rebound pulled off. McIntosh on the run. Leaks ahead to Suleiman, and he'll circle back.
Oh, he comes back with a crossover. He could have done something with that. He chose to give it up to Vickers.
A little bit of help
and
from
I think
Kapusa.
This is a knockdown because when you hit 2 free throws in a row, right, what happens is that
you
ball
start to see it.
Yeah, I saw that coming right off the jump shot. I saw it off the screen. And he cuts that lead to 2.
Big Mac with a 3 ball, and his 2 is very close. 6-0 run. Crichton with the answer. Equalizer, you betcha.
And right back to Crichton. He hits the 3, right? And he's just standing out there, you guys, waiting for them to rotate, drive, and kick. And when you're a shooter, hey, knock it down when you're wide open, and he did just that.
Vickers near sideline against Crichton, who played well against Steineman for Clarkston.
Nice.
Fadeaway jumper, no, and who else favors?
I like how he controls the board, too. He sees when he can go get it, and then he sees when he can't, and he'll just, like, kind of release so that he doesn't get an over-the-back call.
Kapusa with a lay-in that he missed.
That was tough.
Sort of got set up under the bucket. It was a fine feed, though, from Javon.
Tough miss, but you also know that Favors is down there waiting to block shots.
Good point. Fadeaway, long corner right, no. Kapusa with a rebound.
Good
shot clock is rolling. We are playing with a shot clock. It's an experimental
so we didn't get
thing.
The chance to talk
Go ahead,
about it.
Tell us.
So as a part of Michigan deciding to figure out when the state would go to shot clock, they wanted to use North Farmington's Christmas tournament as a chance to basically fill it out, right? As we can see, it's not too bad in this game.
Right.
I think because they're trying to score as fast as they can anyway on
Naturally,
both sides, right?
it's kind of, yeah.
Now, if this was Coach Ward over at King High School, I would love – so that game
He's
on
going to
Wednesday,
get a chance. We're going to see.
We're going to see what's going to happen based on how he runs his offense. And we'll see, is there –
Yeah. It's too bad we're not seeing King versus Clarkston.
Right. Exactly. They like to run those
and I mean it with all due respect.
Oh, no,
but
definitely.
there's offenses that work the clock. Exactly. Oh, there's a nice move. How about that?
Look,
this kid isn't
Lake
scared.
McIntosh is showing us, I want you all to remember my name.
They've got pieces over there.
They do.
31-28. The Chiefs are here to stay. Hannah down the avenue. Might have traveled, no call.
That's a tough shot, but they gave him the call.
Yep.
I think it was the right call for sure.
Yeah.
He followed through and fouled him at the end.
Fading away a bit. It's hard for a head coach to accept a fadeaway jump shooter getting fouled.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he did or didn't, but
yeah, and then Vickers, that's his second foul, so of course coach is not probably happy about that one.
That's big. Hannah with a free throw. So both sides with some arguments on that, but officiating has been sound tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Of course, the Eaglet fans don't think so, but it's okay. I don't think any fans ever think the referees are right.
But at the end of the day, they're respecting these men and women who come out. It's a tough job.
It is a very tough job.
I mean, I know it's cliche, but
no, listen.
In the limitations of this, in this environment we live in with limited officials, I think
that's another thing.
The MHSAA has done a whale of a job getting officials.
Yeah.
There's a steal on the floor, throw ahead to Crichton, and the layup.
Nice.
And that's a big 2 points for St. Mary's.
Yep, because you push it back to 7 after they cut it to 2. So
Three
the
possessions.
three ball and a steal, turnover turns into another basket.
Shot clock and game clock are synonymous here, otherwise known as the shot clock's dark. Williams.
Oh, wow. So what was
Daniel Smythe on the run out, just 15 seconds left. Bugsy will set it up with 10 seconds to go.
Oh, I thought he was going to shoot it.
I did too. Lob to Temple and a foul on DC. Put him in the paint with 5 seconds left and in a tough spot.
Threw that. Yeah, it was a tough pass.
Javon.
But guess what? That was the effort and hard work of Lake McIntosh saying, you know what, I know he's oversized. I'm going to jump up here, use my athleticism, and we're going to give you a hard time. And then DC Temple, unfortunately, fouls him.
Yep. Well said. St. Mary's by 7. Now, team foul-wise, that is, I believe, the 7th team foul.
Yes.
So it should be bonus. No
so
bonus.
What they're going to call a
what do you got, Mika? Bonus? No bonus?
No, because it's an offensive foul on that side, and you don't get to shoot the ball.
All right, I'm sold. Into trigger.
It's a player control foul.
Walked out of bounds. Player control foul.
Yeah, on player control fouls, the defense doesn't shoot the ball going back.
2.4 seconds left. And this is Ryan Tarquinto, the three-point shooter, to trigger. Into McIntosh, who fittingly takes a three or a long jumper to end the half.
This is a game. This is a game. We saw a 20-point lead last week, and so this is a game. It's 7 points at halftime.
That's right.
I don't know if Orchard Lake thought they would be in the game or not and have to actually play really hard.
Yeah.
So I'm liking it.
Yeah, I am too. It's a good ball game so far. We're glad you're with us here on the Prep. 35-28. We're coming back to halftime, the Work 365 halftime show right after this.
Carry number 9.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Solid first half. Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Canton. You see Kareem Rozier get going early, but he had a matchup on the other side with something to say. Cole Vickers. Kareem had 2 fouls. There was one of them there. He had to check out, played limited minutes in the first half. Canton wasn't going anywhere. This guy was a big part of it. Lake McIntosh, the senior. And then Trey McKinney got going. Trey McKinney in the game, no surprise, 8 points, second leading scorer for the Eaglets. And then Sherrod Barnes, you get the scoop and the score. And then this guy Favors was a big part of the defensive plan. 2 points, but boy, Keita, he had his things going. But Mr. Vickers stole the show offensively along with Lake McIntosh for Canton. But St. Mary's would add some insurance late in the half, and Javon Hanna with a dagger here after a nice block.
Now, remember last week when we talked about high school teams and one of the strengths that they have to have in order to win?
Yep.
That's that three-point ball.
That's right.
And late in this game, they made 3 of them to take it back to 7 after they cut it to 2.
Yeah, and it was a late run led by Javon Hanna's 12 points for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, 8 for McKinney, 3 for Jack Crichton, 3 for Kareem Rozier, 4 for Sherrod Barnes. And then for Canton, a productive half. We said McIntosh and Vickers were the big part. Yeah, they were. In fact, they were all 28 points. 26 of the 28 points came by way of Vickers and McIntosh, and that's a telling stat.
It is. Basically, it says that these are our 2 best players. We told you they were, and they are performing. But also, it also shows how well the team actually works together in order for any of the 2 or whomever, you know, that's going to score. And you have to be very unselfish to say, you know, they're hot. Let's get it to our guys so that we can stay in this game.
There you heard it. That's Lakita Gans.
Nice.
That's Trey McKinney. Nice little baby hook shot there.
I'm loving the ways that he can score the basketball. This is my first time actually seeing him in a real game. Like, you know, I saw him this summer and in the fall league, but I'm liking this high school regular season game and him showing me all his facets of being on the floor.
Yeah. It's impressive. There's a steal for St. Mary's.
Like
Rozier down the avenue.
Easy,
hot knife
breezy,
through butter.
Beautiful cover girl.
St. Mary's by 11, and a timeout here at the Holiday Extravaganza.
4 quick points, and we're up 11.
Timeout. Canton and Jimmy ready. We're back right after this.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Work 365. Contact them today. 248-875-3188. Work 365 Fitness at gmail.com. Alex Westfall is your executive producer. Lakita Gans on color commentary. My name is Chad Bush. 39-28, St. Mary's with their largest lead now of 11, partner, as St. Mary's going to apply some full court pressure and try to get this Canton offense out of whack.
I like that. You come out of the timeout and you change the defense, and they weren't prepared for it, and what happens? You get a turnover.
That's right. St. Mary's an athletic and smart team, a team that Todd Covert says, need to take care of the small details. Just communicate. Kapusa, dead spot right for 3, no. And Favors with a big boy rebound.
I'm sure he has almost 10 rebounds already. I know he has 3 to 4 blocks.
Double-double machine.
Yeah.
Headed to Ferris
Very
State.
active.
Yep. Shot clock down to 20. And that's a wide open elbow look that's short. Kapusa maybe distracted it, and here comes McKinney and St. Mary's. And the freshman maybe
that
with
chemistry.
a force. Yeah, that's right.
Working on it, working on it. The best thing that helps through through teams trying to get to know each other and understand each other on the floor is just communication. After we make mistakes, we communicate about how we want to do it the next time, or where I need the ball the next time, for example.
It's important, isn't it?
It's
like a
very
follow-up
important.
meeting at an office at the next level, right?
It is.
Hey, how did we do? How can we do better? Let's talk about it. Right elbow miss, no good. Offensive rebound.
Nothing's better than knowing your teammates.
That's right.
And that is for all young players out here. As much as, you know, the culture sometimes makes us focus on one player or individuals, and I know I say this a lot, but knowing what your teammates are capable of, their strengths and weaknesses, is a great leader on and off the court, and it helps you on the court when you're trying to win games. Like,
Kapusa with a no-look to McKinney, sharing the sugar like none other.
That was good.
And the Polish
that was right
Prince.
on point.
Yeah, that's right. No, you said it. That's a dozen now for Trey McKinney. And by the way, Vickers and McIntosh each with 14 apiece to lead the way for the Chiefs.
So what has to happen right now is that Canton cannot get distracted to the point that they turn the ball over multiple times and then this score keeps going up.
Yep.
You got to find some calmness right now in this wildfire.
Your drawing point in the sand is kind of that 10-point margin, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that in the game. To see the pretty feed there from Kapusa, an unselfish and willing passer.
Don't try to get it all back at one time. Just concentrate and be you as a team, and they should stick around because they are very competitive.
Yep, shown that so far.
Now
Vickers
that's
with
a
a push-off,
and
he hits it at the buzzer of the shot clock.
Oh, wow, the shot clock.
The shot clock. We got a shot clock play.
It actually went off.
Jam Jan, do you believe it? We got a shot clock play. Jam Jan's lost a bit tonight. She's without her mouse and without Pat, the stat. So she's coming through some obstacles that she didn't deserve.
Nice, Javon Hanna with the pull-up for 2.
St. Mary's leading score now, 16 points to lead the way. Vickers on the right wing, working against Crichton. Wheels, deals, creates space, and scores again.
He scores again. And what I find interesting is that they have decided to still check him one-on-one and allow him to actually do all of these moves one-on-one. I wonder if they'll go to start doubling and making someone else do something.
Yeah.
As long as they keep it 7 points or higher, they probably just keep the one-on-one going. Another block by Canton.
That's the 5th block of the night by Canton, by my account.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Favors down low trying to finish over size. Can't.
He tried it. Beautiful. Here's a dunk.
Showtime coming up for Mr. Hanna. Headed to Kalamazoo. And we're headed to another timeout. The lead has grown to 11 again on the St. Mary's quick, fast break outlet offense after the defense.
Yeah, it's still only 11 points, but they're good.
Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
45-34, St. Mary's by 11 We're happy to be partnered with Horatio Williams and their foundation. Lakita Gann's here to tell you more about this wonderful foundation.
The foundation, Horatio Williams Foundation, is a nonprofit organization. It was founded in 2005 by a passionate and great leader. I said that before. But more so to tell you about him, he was a DPS basketball player. He went down to Kentucky State, and he had an accident that stopped his career. But what he did was keep going because he was actually, thinking about his second chance. And one of the things he thought about was, even though my career is over, I want to know how I can do something to help the young people and give them second chances. So he started a couple different companies, but the most important one is the foundation, because the foundation actually provides different programs, and all of them are free.
Wow.
All of them. I mean, from toy drives. He just did a toy drive for Christmas where he gave 30 families $500 to spend. Actually, they were able to spend whatever in 30 minutes. That's what it was. And I'm like, 30 families, like, that's amazing. I mean, he does Thanksgiving dinners. He does things with the Lions. He pulls in mental health. So he has a lot going on.
We're glad to be partnered with him. Thank you for that. Right wing Trey McKinney short. And here come the Chiefs with Canton across their jerseys, led by their 13th-year head coach, Jimmy Reddy, who's done a nice job with this program. He's scheduled a very challenging non-league schedule, but he says, look, we're going to play the best. Out of bounds. Good hustle by Trey McKinney. This is one of your hardest workers, Todd Covert says. Can't say enough about him. This kid works harder than anybody on our team, maybe other than number 3. And when you're a freshman and you're doing those things and you're working out on Christmas, I know your son's a hard worker as well.
Yes.
You appreciate grinders. He's one of them, and he's skilled.
Always. And I like it. That's another thing about Sean Hill over at Pershing.
Yeah.
My first year.
Twig, right?
Yes, Twig. My first
I'm
year.
learning.
Yes. Working with him, we practiced 365 days straight,
Wow.
And like if we didn't practice or have a game, it was something all the way to the Breslin our first year. And working on those holidays and the days that people would normally take off, that's why we were successful with our girls that first year. And I like that about McKinney. Like, he's showing, I'm going to show up. I don't care what day it is. I have to work out.
No doubt. Leads the charge there, and Sherrod Barnes gets a 3. That's a kid, Sherrod Barnes, that gets the label as a defensive stopper, and he is. And he can shoot it a little bit, too. They don't need him as much on offense, but we see his contributions there. St. Mary's by a dozen. This is their largest lead.
And one of the things that I'll focus on about Orchard Lake that I like, they are committed to the grind, right? So Mark Webster, he isn't here tonight, but that's one of their
Where is
assistant
Marcus?
coaches. He's actually he stayed away just for some protocols.
Okay, all right.
Just to be safe, on the safe side.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Trey McKinney.
By Trey.
Knocks one home from Orchard Lake.
Yes. But, yes, the assistant coach, Mark Webster, he knows about that grind, and he decided to take matters into their hands and show them that this is what it takes to win. And so we used to see like videos all through COVID and past that when they're in the weight room early in the morning, 6 a.m. And so you see this with a team like Orchard Lake, or you see that with a kid like my son or McKinney, and other kids grasp and hold on to that. And they start to say, well, this is how and what it takes to be great. And I like that. I see that in multiple players at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, which is why you guys are number 1 in the state.
Yeah. No, you're right. And it's a outstanding staff.
It is.
Led by Todd Covert in his 7th year, associate head coach Leonard Karshny, and Marcus Webster. You call him Mark. He's still Marcus to me.
Yes.
I hope to get on Mark status with him soon. But Mark or Marcus is one of the best that you'll find in this state.
It's a tribute to what he believes about Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
That's
because
right.
His son played there for 4 years, was an outstanding player.
Evan?
And yes, Evan was there. And for him to still stay around all of these years and work with all of the kids that have come after his son.
That's a good point. Says a lot. There's a banker that's good. The banks are open in Farmington. And that might have got hit on the noggin. Noggers. Vickers gets it on the nose and plays through it. 51-38. This was just a 15-point St. Mary's lead, their largest. It's back to 13. Illegal screen going back the other way. They will get number 11. That is Andrew Smith, the sophomore, out of Farmington. He went to Our Lady of Sorrows down the street. He's a Farmington kid. Might mean something for him to come home. Bounce pass high in the right wing. Canton trying to get something going before this gets too far away.
Nice.
Favors has been a problem all night on both ends, partner.
Yes, on both ends of the court. And like I said, he uses that body. He uses his length. And he can be a special kid at the next level.
Inside, outside, seeing it both. Canton is without Devon Pettis tonight. He's a key member.
Great kick to the right corner. Lake McIntosh misses that one.
Good look, though, as we wind down in the third quarter. 11-point St. Mary's lead. Rozier and the Eaglets with the last possession. And Kareem with a right-hand finish, left side of the glass, and a big bucket.
That basketball hard to the left. One thing about him and his commit to Duquesne, I'm not surprised because the head coach of Duquesne was also the
Javon Hanna, showtime coming up to end the quarter fittingly with a 15-point lead. Javon Hanna, this defense has created a little showtime here in Farmington.
It's up 15 now. It's up 15.
St. Mary's with a statement and an exclamation point in the same sentence. The Eaglets as we go to break with this
Booyah.
Banger.
Yes, sir. And look, he puts his hands up like, where's the, I need to play defense now?
Mr. Hanna leading the Eaglets and lead by 15.
Adam, take two, Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Welcome back. Full court prep coming at you. The Prep is who we are. We're glad you're with us. NFHS as well, our partner in this broadcast. This is the Holiday Extravaganza at North Farmington High School. She's Lakita Gans. My name is Chad Bush. After this, it's North Farmington and Williamston.
Yes.
I know you're excited for that one.
I'm very excited. I get to see both teams, and I've seen North Farmington play this year, but Williamston has been on my radar to look into because they have a big three, and I would love to see how well they work against the highly ranked North Farmington players because North Farmington has a few transfers that has made them even more competitive than they already were.
Yeah, 7 of them. There's a Smythe to Smith to Rozier and a dump down to Trey.
Another block, another block.
Wow.
That's 2 blocks in a row.
And that's 7 in the game.
I appreciate that the referees are calling it straight and really letting the guy who's blocking all the shots and not calling fouls, you know? Because he's literally blocking them. It's not like he's fouling. They are clearly blocks.
I think you should reward on an athletic play like that, even if you get a
he got a foul on the second one, remember?
Yeah.
But he hasn't gotten one since. And
Right.
that's really good that the referees are doing a good job. Look at that. Block it 1 time, block it 2. And I got you.
And Trey McKinney not scared to go back up.
Right.
But Favors is going to scare a lot of folks this year.
He is. He's not afraid, which is awesome.
No,
beautiful,
he's not.
beautiful play.
Vickers.
Short corner jumper.
My goodness. He gets up a little gimpy, though. He's got a brace on that left knee. He's on tilt right now. And Mr. Vickers has 22 points in this game, says Jam Jan. 55-42. Vickers the other way.
Good rebound.
Pushes off
yeah.
on Andrew Smith. And heady play by the sophomore out of Farmington. Back the other way we go. St. Mary's plus 13, 7 minutes left.
That's the right call. He's a little upset, but he did push off a little bit.
Is that 3 fouls now,
3,
Lakita, on
yes.
him? Okay.
I think on the break you have to recognize exactly what you're going to do between 2 people and make sure you don't turn the ball over. Nice pass.
McKinney to Kapusta, missed the reverse and couldn't get it to finish.
Favors is controlling everything down there.
Yes, he is. What a pretty look. And Smythe a little too close for comfort, got busted for the foul. That's Daniel Smythe, the sophomore.
Smythe's little brother.
That's right.
Those are huge shoes to fill.
They are.
Because his brother can shoot the lights out.
Yeah. And Daniel can, too. He does a little bit differently with his game, a little more of a driver and true point guard. But Will doing great things at Loyola.
Yes.
Got a chance to see him and Julian Roper over the break.
Oh, nice.
A couple of kids doing it right in Chicago for
Awesome.
a couple powerhouse schools and programs.
Yes.
This is McIntosh to the Williams brothers playing catch in the corner. Nice pass down low, bodies his way in, blocked by Crichton from behind. The block party's here in Farmington.
It is. Listen, I want to say as a team.
Javon Hanna with a banger from way deep.
That put him, I think, at 19.
Man.
And just a correction, okay? Javon Hanna was at Mount Clemens for 2 years.
I thought I said Mount Clemens.
You said Roseville.
I did. We were both wrong.
Right,
you said Madison Heights.
I knew it was red. Still was a red school.
All right, you win.
No, but the correction is Mount Clemens 2 years.
The Bathers.
And then he went over to Bates Academy, and now he's here. And I'm just happy that the young man's able to play and finish his career in Michigan as a Michigan player. Because
how about that? Let's give it up for guys playing and staying in this state.
Yes, yes.
He's one of them. There's
Round
a near
of applause
steal.
for that. There's a, I was going to say, somebody's
What's going on over
somebody.
there? Jack Crichton with a little rodeo over there.
Has he been here 4 years?
Jack is. He's a 4-year guy. He's a 4-year starter at baseball, All-American.
Nice.
And he is kind of that super role guy.
Gotcha.
3-year varsity player.
I like his body. You can tell now that you said baseball. I see it. I see it.
He's a projected top 3 round draft pick this year.
Nice. Yep. Oh, traveling.
One of 4 Eaglets with that potential on the baseball diamond for the national champion St. Mary's Eaglets.
Nice.
Turnover their partner, 16-point game. St. Mary's trying to get this thing a little bit more ugly. Can't not going away. They've represented tonight. They're going to give some folks trouble in the KLAA. The Catholic League is stacked. Hanna with a turnover tonight. A few of them.
Yeah, it's been a tough night, but what I give credit to the defense of Canton for having their hands in the passing lane, blocking shots, and making all of these guys from Orchard Lake work extra hard tonight.
No doubt. Well said. Hanna, the high scorer in this game for St. Mary's. He has had his way on the scoreboard. There's a Trey McKinney triple, a Trey bomb. And St. Mary's opens up their largest lead of 19 here in this holiday extravaganza. 18 points now for Trey, 21 for Hanna to lead the way. There's a short corner jumper that's waved off. Foul on the floor. It's an armbar from Crichton.
I'm a big fan of Vickers right now. I like the way he tries to score.
Crafty, creative.
Yeah, he's very crafty. That turnaround jumper and that short pull-up, he has it down pat.
He'll play at Ferris State next year. There's been a pipeline to Ferris State.
Yes, it has been.
For Canton. I think that's the 4th Canton Chief to go to Ferris in the last decade or so.
Okay.
It's a nice pipeline that Jimmy Reddy has going on. And, hey, they're going to keep it going with Mr. Cole Vickers. Andy Brockma better appreciate that.
Yeah.
They got a kid by the name of Logan Ryan who's there now, Lakita. You remember him?
I don't remember him. And there it is. I told you. I knew it. It was coming.
That's my guy. That's Kareem Rozier. Kareem knows, man.
I told you. I said, what's going to happen when that ball fly this way?
He's part of the prep now. He's been an intern with the program. He's on our team. He's not trying to hurt the equipment.
Exactly.
Bounce pass.
Watch the double.
So now it's the double. Somebody was listening to you.
Yeah.
Williams for 3-0. Nice box out by DC Temple. That's how you get Mr. Favors off your back.
Exactly. Nice.
DC to the rack in the future. Chippewa. Chip it in.
That is a great example of a point guard knowing that his guy has been out. He's, trying to get involved in the game. He gets a great rebound, so now I'm going to reward him, and he gets a basket. That's a confidence builder, and, hey, they're up by 21, actually.
Largest
21.
lead of the night with
21.
4:04 left. We'll keep it right here. DC Temple doing good work This is a great young man. His first game back in basketball. He's been conditioned the last couple of weeks. He had a grade 3 separation in his shoulder. They decided not to do surgery on him, and it's a 4 to 6 week. And good to see here as Trey McKinney got it swatted. Favors has been a story, but St. Mary's up 21 with 4:04 left, in control right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has 10 blocks tonight.
Yeah, he's kind of that. He's that kind of kid. If you're a college coach,
yes,
and I know you've been in the college rankings
maybe
in high school a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I didn't coach little college.
You take a chance on a guy like that, right?
I
mean, even at the D1 level, I mean, you take a chance.
I definitely take a chance on Favors because he's, I told you, the prototype. He looks, as I'm watching him right now, he looks like a college player running up and down the court. A little bit like James Thompson. The only difference is he's not 6'9", okay?
Right.
He's about 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
However, that is a good small forward body, a prototype body, and I like it. I mean, if he gives a measurement of his wingspan, I bet you it's 7 feet.
Yeah. No, I think you're on point.
And you don't know it that much. You know, people may not know this, but that's what they go off of when they actually put you in the combines and they want to look at your body. And
yeah, that's a measurable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a measurable. And
there's a steal by DC
okay,
Temple,
DC,
coast to coast with a left-handed.
That's how you get involved, DC.
DC getting loose, 4 straight for the big man, headed to Mount Pleasant.
See how much weight he cut.
Cole Vickers misses a shot. That's noteworthy.
Freshman year.
DC Temple started at Orchard Lake St. Mary's his freshman year, transferred back to Washtenaw County. Trey McKinney.
Ypsilanti Lincoln for a second.
Thank you.
And then came back over.
That's right.
To home.
Last
and it's
year.
worked out, you know.
And he's playing football, by the way, at CMU as a tight end / defensive end. And he's only been playing football for 3 years. And they really like his upside there. As much as they like him in basketball, this is a NFL-type kid.
Definitely a tight end body.
Yeah, yeah, and a raw talent at that. All St. Mary's, 3:08 to go, 30-second timeout on the floor. Thanks for hanging with us in the first night of the Preps coverage of the 5th annual Holiday Extravaganza from North Farmington High School. We're back after these.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Final 3 minutes, 8 seconds. Your thoughts, Lakita Gans, on what's gone down tonight?
It's gotten a little out of hand, but again, you have 3 minutes left. Just keep fighting, keep trying to work on what you have to work on to get better. It goes back to what I said last week about teams playing tough teams. So this is the 3rd tough team in a row, and guess what? That works in favor of them for the end of the season again.
That's right. Well said. I agree with you, partner.
You can't do anything but learn from these games.
Another, guess what, block.
Yeah.
And Hannah's involved, and so is Favors. Those two been going at it all game.
I like it. No one's afraid of the other. I'm going at you.
Yep.
I'm coming to block your shot, and he's like, I'm coming to try to dunk on you.
That's right. Canton a year ago finished 10-6.
Dan Young, look, that's our that's our substitute referee, as you called it earlier.
Oh, was that him, our substitute?
But he's really not a substitute, but you just said his name, so I just went with it. He's the president of BCAM.
Oh, that's not – okay, well, we'll give him a little more love.
But he's a Canton alumni and
all right.
used to coach on the coaching staff.
Well, I'm glad you corrected me there because he deserved a little more love. Last year, Canton finished 10-6. Their season ended against Salem which is awful for them. They lost in overtime to Salem, who they share a school with.
Mm-hmm.
When you're a kid going to school at Plymouth, you're either going to go to Plymouth High,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to go to Canton,
Yep.
or you're going to go to Salem. And they all share the same building, yes?
Yes.
And you get like a blue chip, a gray chip, or a red chip?
Yeah.
And when you're in 8th grade?
Yep.
I want to know. I want to check that kid's chip.
Yes.
Did he get the red chip?
That's funny.
Oh, goodness. It is funny. Ali Hadi doesn't get it, but that's all right. Ali doesn't get much of what I say. Alex Westfall got me. That's all right. Sherrod Barnes back
Rotates.
to Andrew Smith with a little showtime. Hot knife through butter
No one rotated
for the sophomore.
over to the weak side fast enough.
69-42. The sub showing out a bit for Todd Covert and company. Leonard Karshnia, Veronica Karshnia on the scorebook tonight. Touchdown Tommy Boss about to check in for St. Mary's. He'll check in for DC Temple, who will receive a nice applause from the Eaglet faithful. Canton will check in number 1. And number 1 is Alex May, spelled M-E-I. He's a 6'1" senior guard. Line left for Favors, who's had quite the night and has made himself known and put the state on alert because this kid's for real. And there's guys that don't score, and not saying he can't because he's got a nice stroke from 15 feet, but there's guys that can make a difference in this state
Definitely made
on the
a
defensive
difference.
side.
Yes. I think that he had more impact on this game than you could ever imagine. I mean, to play defense the way he does and block shots and protect that basket, you pray that young people that tall can do that. And then he moves. He's on the wing. He's guarding. He rotates back. Reminds me a little bit of this guy that we call Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I like that. The G-Man, the Greek freak.
Free ball for
Free
your
ball for
freshman.
Sherrod, his second of the night, and give the freshman 10 points.
I'm proud of myself. Last year I couldn't say that name.
You notice I didn't even try it. I didn't even try it.
But
I'm glad.
I
I'm
watched
proud of
so
you.
much of the playoffs, and I heard Antetokounmpo so many times. I finally got it. The English teacher got the pronunciation correct. Oh, my God.
You've taught some English now.
Yeah, 16 years.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
High school English teacher. And I find myself not correcting people like I used to.
Well, listen. Daniel Smythe for 3, in
Oh,
and out.
in and
Tough
out.
luck hop.
It was on the money, but
Yep.
he didn't cash in.
90 seconds left. Eaglets by 29 in a game that was back and forth in the first half in the first 16 minutes.
And for a night where we have the shot clock, we only had one time that it came down to the buzzer and Vickers hit the shot.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Pass down low. This is
Number 22.
Gerdai Walker.
Look at you. I'm glad I didn't try it. I think you knew that before me.
I stayed up all night practicing that.
I would have tore his name up if I would have pronounced it.
And he puts it through the honey hole.
That was nice.
Substitutions for the Eaglets. They will also check in the sophomore Mason Wizanewski. So this is fun. They'll have Wizanewski and Wizalewski along with boss Victor Giller checks in as
I will
well.
not put my English to work right now. I'm going to let you handle that, Mr. Bush, because I do not want to embarrass myself.
It's all right. Hey, it's okay. I do it
Have
every
somebody's
night.
parent talk about, who is that lady pronouncing my kid's name wrong?
Oh, believe me, it happens. We're under a minute. Daniel to the rack. Kick out. Right wing 3 on the way. No. That came from Victor Giller. And here come the Chiefs on a run out with Williams. And Caleb is going to get a blocking call on Daniel Smythe with 44.5 ticks left. Don't forget, the nightcapper is North Farmington, the host school, against Williamston. The Hornets are in the house.
Yes.
Ooh. Hey. 44.5 seconds left. Free throw up and good. This is a fine player. This is Caleb Williams, just a sophomore, combo guard. And a guy that is known for his football. 2-year starter on the football team for head coach LaFata, Andy LaFata, the fine football coach for the Canton Chiefs. 40 seconds left. but he's a big-time talent. Wazalewski to the hole.
Nice.
Right hand, left side.
Nice.
That's Jackson Wazalewski, the junior.
And let's give a shout out to all the coaches that are not playing tonight, but are in the building doing the job of scouting for whatever time they may play other opponents.
Yeah, give them a shout out. Go ahead.
There's a Renaissance coach over there. There's, of course, the North Farmington, but I love the fact that De La Salle's always in the building. I don't care where I go, he's always there.
Oh, John, yeah, we got De La Salle tomorrow night at 8:30.
Yeah, we have the Macomb Community College coaches in the building.
Yep. Daniel Smythe with a rebound.
Nice.
Sorry, partner.
But no, I love it. I love to see young coaches and older coaches coming out to continue to scout and get better for their teams.
Daniel Smythe to the hole. How about these young kids attacking the 10?
They're playing, right?
I mean, this is St. Mary's.
This is our time to shine.
The bench is showing out, and a lot of times the bench is kind of in awe to be in there.
And here's a quick lesson for the bench.
Yeah.
When you come off the bench, young players, come out. I don't care if your coach gives you a minute or 30 seconds. Play with your heart and your all, and I guarantee you that next time you'll get more time.
Splash City for Daniel Smythe. It's a long deuce to end the game and end it fittingly. The bench for St. Mary's did not let off the gas in a respectful manner. Your final score tonight, Orchard Lake St. Mary's 76, Canton 46, and the story isn't really told in the scoring.
Yes, I was good.
And we'll recap that very quickly next. We'll come right on back and put a bow on the show before we get ready for the nightcapper at 8:30. It's the Hornets of Williamston in the house.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Well, here's how it all went down tonight. In the second half, Kareem Rozier came out, and he was ready to prove something to Lakita Gans after he was shut down a bit in the first. He came out, got St. Mary's rolling on the board quick.
He did, and him being the jump start to a second half where his team scored 41 points. And that's big time when you hold the opposing team to only 18 points, and really that's the ball game right there.
Yeah.
I think that they went into, when I say they, Canton, they went into halftime probably very confident, but what happened when they came out, Orchard Lake turned up on the defense, and they turned it up a lot, and they were hitting shots on all cylinders, whether it was either of the freshmen, whether it was the Hannah the scorer, the senior, right? Between those three guys, I think putting it in the basket was where it was at. I believe we had 3 guys finish in double figures.
That's right. Hannah with 23, McKinney with 18, the freshman, and 10 points for Sherrod Barnes off the bench.
You know what I mean? And just think about this. Rozier didn't even have to score tonight.
No.
So this is what you have to be in rhythm for or prepared for when you're playing the #1 team in the state. You have any guy that can get double figures and shred you. You might have a guy with 30, a guy with 25, and then a guy with 17. Like that's hard to beat.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. On the other side, Canton was impressive in this game despite losing by 30. So people might say, yeah, well, that's funny. No, they really, in this first half, I mean, Lakita, it was a 35-28 game at half, and it had been as close as 4 or 5 points most of the way.
Yeah, it was. And it got out of hand after the third quarter. They went into the fourth quarter with a 15-point lead, and then it turned into 30. So, again, just teams recognizing how to maintain a game, even though a team is being very, very strategically and they're actually, putting the foot on the gas, actually scoring what can we do to either stop that or also score? And I think that's what happened with Canton. They couldn't find a place to score. Vickers kind of fell off a little bit, and then he was the only one at one point doing anything on the offensive part of the ball.
That's right. Vickers finishes with 22 points for Canton. They moved to 0-3, a very good 0-3 team.
Yeah.
St. Mary's improves to 4-0, number 1 team in the state and in our top 11.
Yes.
We got an exciting matchup coming up. We're going to close this broadcast out. Thank you, Lakita Gans.
Thank you.
We're coming back on NFHS on a different link. We've got Williamson, and we've got the host school, North Farmington, coming up right after this. Our pregame show begins. Thanks for watching here on the Prep. Final score, St. Mary's 76,